I'm Patrick Harders. I'm one of the founders of Sterling Lighting, and I wanted to walk through a process that we began end of 2009, 2010, and that was really designing the LEDs inside of our fixtures. When we began, we were just like a lot of other companies. We were actually inserting a retrofit bulb, or a drop-in bulb as some call it, into our fixture and just saying, well, we understand the price is going to come down on these bulbs over time, and also that if they ever need replacing, they're very easy to replace. Just a few weeks ago, we were at the AOLP meeting, the annual meeting for Association of Outdoor Lighting Professionals, and a gentleman was up there saying and preaching the same thing that we have been talking about for years, and the same discovery we found out back in 2010, and that is that the dissipation of heat from a drop-in bulb does not work as well because air does not conduct heat very well. In fact, they showed a study that demonstrated a drop-in LED running at 91 degrees, and that same light source, when put into a fixture that had proper thermal management, was running at 37 degrees. So the heat dissipation is something that we're always looking into, and really it's the #1 enemy when it comes to landscape lighting LED systems. So as we look at LED systems, there's typically 3 types of LEDs out there that you see all over the market. The most prominent one is a drop-in LED light bulb. And for those of you who are concerned with quality, being able to stand behind what you say without tons of service calls, I strongly recommend looking at other options besides the drop-in bulb. And as I said, the reason for it is any one of these fixtures you see, it's an older style fixture where you simply drop in a bulb. These are designed for halogen light sources. When we drop in the bulb, there's a gap between the fixture and the LED of air. Air does not dissipate the heat well, and so that heat is actually trapped inside the fixture, and that's what causes the premature failure. I have people all the time come to me saying, I notice my downlights seem to burn out more than the uplights. I'd argue that's probably not true. You just hate it more because you have to climb a tree and change them out, much more than if you're just on the ground, you could simply switch out a light bulb, which just takes a few minutes. The bad thing about designing an LED lighting system with drop-in bulbs is it's not going to give the lifespan that your customers are probably expecting. Most of my customers, when I put in LED systems, they were thinking it's an LED system, it's going to last forever. The issue I ran into is after about that 2nd to 3rd year, I started noticing more and more failures. And with the cheap LEDs, it was really in the 6 months to the 1st year. But for the quality LED drop-in bulbs, I was usually in that 2 to 3 year mark where I'd start to notice some failures. At the AOLP meeting 2 years ago, we had a speaker from IES who recommended telling your customers every 5 years to change out every drop-in bulb in your system. And most of us weren't doing that when we installed the systems. We were expecting a minimum of a 5-year lifespan, and many times a 10 or 15-year lifespan, which is just very difficult to get when you're using air to dissipate heat out of the LED inside of an enclosed fixture. So it's a great challenge.